Everybody wants to make money, and nobody likes staying without cash. Even though they say money can't buy happiness, we all need money to survive in this modern world. Some people will settle for the regular 9-to-5 job, but there are also those actively looking for ways to make some money aside from their steady paycheck. That's where these top 3 cash-flowing assets for passive income come in. If you are asked what passive income is, what would you say? Some people say it's the income you earn with minimal effort, while others say it is the money you make from investments. Both are true. Passive income is your income from sources other than your regular business, and most of the time, this is money you make from investments. All you have to do is invest your money somewhere and watch it grow. However, you don't just invest in anything when it comes to investing. You must ensure that whatever you invest in is an asset, not a liability. And by asset, we mean something of good value that will multiply your money rather than make you lose it.
But the income that the rich work for is called passive income. Passive income is also known as cash flow. That's the name of our game, cash flow. And that income is income that's flowing from here to here. It bypasses taxes.
Investing in the right assets will give you a lot of passive income, sometimes even more than you would expect. And with passive income, you can finally become financially stable. This means you can meet all your financial needs, pay that mortgage, and still have some money left over. With that leftover money, you can reinvest it or even take your family on a vacation. There are a lot of assets that will give you passive income out there that can give you a steady cash flow. And Robert Kiyosaki, the famous author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, always talks about this. He defines passive income as putting your money to work for you so you can stop trading your time for money. He has constantly promoted some assets that will give you a steady cash flow, earning you passive income. So, according to Robert Kiyosaki, what are some ways you can put your money to work for you? Silver. Some financial experts, such as Robert Kiyosaki, see more value in precious metals than in other assets such as stocks and bonds. Robert Kiyosaki, who always talks about long-term investments in seminars, once gave his views on silver.
Narrow bandwidth there, silver. Most people are into stocks, bonds, mutuals, and all this stuff, but why silver? But the good news is the number one investment that everybody in the world can afford is silver. Everybody. And that's the good news. But will most people buy it? No, they'll save money instead. And they'll save money in spite of the fact that they're printing trillions of it.
However, some of you might see this as a little off, given that silver is not a way to make passive income. But what if we told you there is more to silver than meets the eye? Investing in silver is becoming increasingly popular, just as investing in gold is. And even though silver may not be as precious as gold, it is still a precious metal. Even Robert Kiyosaki, who always encourages and reinforces passive income investments for the long term, has expressed that he finds more value in precious metals, especially silver. Some might even say that he places silver above real estate at this point. But why would he do this? According to Kiyosaki, there is some form of intrinsic value that comes with precious metals like silver and gold. He has also claimed that there is a potential for such metals to see their value increase drastically in the coming years. And if you compare silver with the US dollar, they are different. The US dollar can quickly lose value. If you compare the value of the US dollar from 2020 to where it is now, you will realize that it has lost about 15% of its total value. This means a lot when it comes to investing. Unlike the US dollar, silver has some intrinsic value. This is what makes a perfect cash-flowing asset. While currencies like the US dollar are artificially made, precious metals like silver are called true money. Some might even refer to it as God's money. Silver is valuable when times get tough, or the economy faces many inflationary pressures. During these times, a lot of investors will run for silver as a way of investing more defensively. In March 2023, investors saw the price of silver spike. The collapse of the Silicon Valley banks caused this.
And the reason I say it's the number one, I mean, let's say I can buy today even a silver eagle or a silver buffalo or silver bar, and I'm paying about $20 to $25. Now, everybody in the world can afford $20 to $25, but very few people know about it. And so that's why I think this is a very important Rich Dad radio show, because it's about the number one investment everybody in the world can afford as the whole world economy collapses on top of you.
There were a lot of concerns about the stability of the financial system. There are various reasons why investors like Robert Kiyosaki will go for silver as a form of investment. Some see it as a way to store their value during uncertain times, while others see it as a way of protecting themselves against inflation. The latter sees investing in silver as a way to be sure that they still have a currency that cannot be affected by money printing, which is one way of causing inflation. But now that we know silver is a sure way to invest, how can one do it? One of the surefire ways to invest in silver is by owning it. This is a very psychologically and emotionally satisfying way of investing in silver. When you have it, you can even use it wherever you like. And not only that, but this makes it easier to access. You don't have to go through many channels to access your silver. One example of silver you can own are the US coins made before 1964. Each coin contains about 90% silver and can be bought depending on the silver content. It may not be a way to earn passive income, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a profit. One of the ways to make a profit is to wait until the price of silver rises and then sell it. Another way to earn from silver is through silver futures. This is an easy way to take advantage of silver's price fluctuations without owning physical silver. The good thing about silver futures is that you can hold a relatively large portion in the metal with relatively little capital. This method makes it a way of earning passive income because you can earn quite a lot of money when the futures move in the right direction. But vice versa is true. If it doesn't favor you, you might lose it all. If you want a sure way to invest, look into silver. Even Kiyosaki seems to have so much trust in it. Bitcoin. If there is one thing that the Rich Dad Poor Dad author emphasizes, it is diversification. He always says that you should make sure your money is in all fields. And with that, he has recently become a great fan of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is people's money, because Wall Street, well, so far they can't mess with it that much. And so he goes into financial literacy definitions. What is an asset? What's a liability?
Yes, Robert Kiyosaki has promoted Bitcoin, and he has invested in it. On April 20th, 2023, Kiyosaki took to Twitter to express why he loved Bitcoin. In his tweet, he explained how, years ago, he watched the price of the largest cryptocurrency gain value and be worth $20,000. Suddenly, the cryptocurrency's value went as low as $0. He says that he thought Bitcoin was done until it slowly rose to $6,000. According to him, the main reason was that more people were inclined to trust Bitcoin rather than the government. And if you ask me, they are right. With the government controlling the US dollar or any other currency, the value can quickly drop. Not only that, but the government can easily cause inflation, which would not be so good for everyone. However, with Bitcoin, no single person is controlling it. This means that the power of Bitcoin is literally in the people's hands. This means that the people's actions are the ones that are going to determine the value of Bitcoin. This makes Bitcoin one of the best ways to invest for passive income because the value can easily go up. However, in the same way that the value can go up overnight, that is the same way that the value can go down. But then again, there is no investment without risk. But if you want to profit, you can do as Robert Kiyosaki did. You can wait for the value to go down, then buy more. And when you see that it has reached a point where you can make a maximum profit, you can sell as much Bitcoin as you want. So, as an investment asset, you should consider Bitcoin. Real estate. One of the surest assets for passive income in 2023 is real estate. The whole art of buying and owning real estate makes this investment strategy both satisfying and lucrative. However, there is more to real estate than what you see.
My theory has been, if somebody said, how did you become worth so much money? It's because I've never sold anything. And I've watched the value of real estate and assets go up and up and up. And so I'm not a seller, because I think great wealth is created by not being a seller. Just look at the appreciation and inflation of everything.
So now the 600 restaurants, you own the real estate underneath them too?
I own the real estate out of probably 80 to 90 of them, because you want the best location. And that was always my thing, is go after the best location. With the best locations, on the water, with a port, or on a mountain, or wherever you need to go, it's get the best location. But always buy the real estate if you can.
I love real estate, right? So
I love real estate.
Real estate is an asset that even Robert Kiyosaki himself highly recommends. And especially during the housing boom, he did this a lot. Robert Kiyosaki himself said, "Real estate investing, even on a very small scale, remains a tried and true means of building an individual's cash flow and wealth." So that begs the question, what is real estate and how can one invest in it? Investopedia says that real estate is the land and any permanent structures like a home or improvements attached to the land. Most people will associate real estate with houses and rentals, which is not wrong. This is one of the primary forms of real estate. There is a common myth that to invest in real estate, you need a lump sum of money. However, unlike other assets like stocks and bonds, real estate owners have an advantage in that they can opt to pay partly for the property. But what does that mean? How will they make more money if they have debt? Think of it this way. Imagine you can take out a mortgage to buy a house, then leverage the people's money to pay off your mortgage and make a profit. Traditionally, a mortgage requires you to pay a down payment of 20%, sometimes going all the way to 25%. However, you can now pay up to 5% down payment and have the property in your name. The ability to control property the moment papers have been signed gives real estate flippers and landlords the power to control the money. And if need be, they can even take out a second mortgage on the homes to make down payments on other properties. One of the ways you can leverage this property in your name is by making it a rental. Rental properties give individuals who love to do it themselves the power to control their property. You must be willing to renovate or have the capital to pay for them. Not only that, but you also have to have the patience to deal with tenants. The rent paid by these tenants is what's going to help you repay your mortgage as well as make some passive income. You can also consider real estate investment groups, REITs, for investing in real estate. This is mainly for those who want to own rental real estate without having to run it themselves. But you would have to have some capital because you can't take a mortgage on it. Through REITs, a single investor can own either one or more units of self-contained living space, but they are all operated by the company behind the investment group. There are lots of ways to earn money through real estate. It all depends on what you're looking for. But when you settle into real estate investing and become smart about it, you might make even more money than you thought you would. Robert Kiyosaki is one of the best investors, and these are the 3 assets he has proposed that will make a difference for you and your bank account in 2023. Feel free to share your thoughts about these assets in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more tips on where to put your money. And if you're interested in learning more, click on this video. See you there.